everybody, welcome back to another video, and I haven't done one in quite a while, since Saturday I believe, and very sorry about that. I got busy yesterday. Well, I actually was playing Among Us, and I kind of forgot to do Minifig Monday, so very sorry about that. Definitely will make one for next Monday. But we have this morning we have gotten leaks from a credible source, of course, and we got leaks of some of the, or most of the 2021 sets, and now we did get some for Marvel, Harry Potter, and Ninjago, but mainly Star Wars, which was the big deal. And I think they're actually very good. They look a lot better than everyone thought they were going to be, and I have some mixed feelings about some of this stuff and some different opinions. So I'll cover those in the video. So now let's get right on to the Millennium Falcon Microfighter. So this microfighter is actually pretty not interesting. I was very much hoping for a Kessel Run Millennium Falcon. Some were saying, oh, it could possibly be the Force Awakens Falcon, but we already got that with Chewie, and because it was rumored with a brown jacket Han Solo. But unfortunately, it's going to be the Hoth Han Solo, and now this is still a really cool figure. But now that it's a Hoth Han Solo, I'm probably not going to pick it up because I really don't care about a Hoth Han Solo. I would have been all over it if it was the Solo one, though. But unfortunately, it's not that. But it does tie in with the other two microfighters, which I'll get into next. The next microfighter that was leaked was a Tauntaun and an AT-AT microfighter, and I have to say the Tauntaun looks kind of rough. However, it does look kind of adorable. The minifigures are an AT-AT pilot, of course, and a Hoth Luke Skywalker with his lightsaber, and I don't believe we've had a Hoth Luke Skywalker since the Master Builder series sets, so that's pretty cool to see. I'm probably not going to pick this one up because I really don't care about an AT-AT microfighter. I'd rather just get the, big set. But it does look, once again, really cool. The Tauntaun looks weird. And now let's get into the other microfighter sets, and I'll explain that a little bit more. So I have some thoughts about what this third microfighter is going to be. Now, there's three options. It's either canceled, which, is a possibility. It could have been canceled Lego set. It could either be from The Mandalorian. I would think it would be from the second season of The Mandalorian, because I'll get to that once again later. But it could also be a Republic Gunship, and they're holding it off until the Republic Gunship releases as a promo, so that when you buy the UCS Republic Gunship, you also get the Republic Gunship Microfighter. And now we did get a Republic Gunship Microfighter back when the Microfighters launched, and I think it's actually pretty decent. But those are the three possibilities. Could have been canceled, could be from the Mandalorian Season 2, or just the Mandalorian in general, and they was like, yeah, let's just keep it a secret for shits and giggles. We don't really know, because it was not leaked along with the next set that I will once again talk about. Alright, so there's no leaked Mandalorian set, and now I believe this Mandalorian set is coming out later than the rest of them, because I remember back when the first leak list came out, there was a bunch of different months of when the sets were releasing going around. But I think if the microfighter is indeed from the Mandalorian, and then that Mandalorian's $30 Mandalorian set and the microfighter would come out the same day. Obviously they're gonna do this because they know if it leaks, it would be a spoiler to Mandalorian Season 2, which is not yet released yet. It's supposed to release on the 30th, so in like half a month. But yeah, it could be that. It said Mandalorian Hero Vehicle, and after seeing the trailer, what I think it's going to be, it could be a Mandalorian speeder bike, because we saw that in some of the promotional posters, and then also it could be let me rephrase this. It could be the Mandalorian and Scout Trooper speeder bike, so it would be two speeder bikes and includes two Scout Troopers and a Mandalorian. That's my prediction. Don't know if it would be Beskar Mandalorian. I would assume so, because, he's not going to have that armor at all in Season 1, the brown armor. So that's just kind of my thoughts on that. So now let's get right into the TIE Fighter. Alright, so this is the TIE Fighter. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a Moff Gideon TIE Fighter. This is also the is pretty much the same exact model. It's just a render of it. So someone made that. So whoever that is, thank you for that. That's great. But it doesn't seem to be Moff Gideon's Tie Fighter because the way the wings are, they're but there's tiles and plates interlocking the wings. There's also this new piece that's attaching the wings to the hull of the Tie Fighter. So it looks like a good deal for $40. Definitely, we don't know what the figures are. Some sort of TIE pilot, of course. And then the other two figures, M&R said they would most likely depend on the set. Like it depends on how well the set is. If it's two stormtroopers, the set's probably not going to do too well, and people are not going to like it because two stormtroopers are lame. But if it comes with an incinerator trooper and a Moff Gideon figure, which I really don't think it will be, now that we know that the Tie Fighter will not fold, and you're probably like, oh, Ryan, what about those ball joints? I know how ball joints work as a mock builder, and they can't move sideways like Moff Gideon's Tie Fighter's wings would be able to. So unfortunately, it's probably not Moff Gideon's Tie Fighter. And there's maybe a chance that he could come in that Mandalorian set we don't know about, or he could still arrive in this set. It's just that they weren't able to figure out the feature, so they're like, screw it, let's just make a TIE Fighter anyways. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. Once again, this is a render of pretty much this exactly what we saw from that leaked picture. And I have to say, for $40, that TIE Fighter looks amazing. I am definitely going to try buying that, since the only TIE Fighter I have is Kylo Ren's TIE Fighter from the Last Jedi Wave. So I definitely want this OT TIE Fighter. I already have the X-Wing, which I'll once again get to. So we have two X-Wings to go through. Guys, so we saw the leak of it, and it's honestly pretty disappointing. Legos obviously hasn't learned from their last X-Wing, not Microfighter, 4 Plus set. It's basically the same exact model, except there's like a little gap in the wings because that's how Resistance X-Wings are. They're like a little bit skinnier. And yeah, it's pretty much the same design. Otherwise, it's really boring, really stupid looking. There's no side build to it, so that's why it's $10 cheaper for $20. And if you're like a little kid and you're like, oh, look at $20 X-Wing, that's a good value since the last one was $90. You would see that, and then you would see the $50 one, which I'll get to after this, and you're like, that looks a lot better. Because this one looks absolutely garbage, and then it's also in the blue color, and I was kind of hoping that this would be a Rogue One one, because in Rogue One there were blue X-Wings from the original trilogy, and if it included like a little Scarif build and then had like a beach trooper or something, I would be all over this set. I don't care about I wouldn't care about the X-Wing. I already have the 2018 one, but yeah, so that's the X-Wing. The X-Wing is pretty disappointing, honestly, but for $20, I guess it's a good deal. And it also includes Luke and R2-D2. You know, I think it's the same Luke that we've seen ever since 2018, not including that helmet, of course. And then the R2-D2 is the same one we've gotten since like 2014, maybe. So yeah, pretty disappointing. Right, so this is probably some of the biggest surprise for everyone. So the X-Wing actually looks really, really good. For $50, everyone's thought, oh, it's $40 less expensive than the last one we got back last year with the Pose X-Wing. But this one actually looks really good. The only difference, it's like just a little bit smaller. It looks like a cross between the 2012 one and the 2018 one. I do have the 2018 one, so I don't think I'm going to be buying this set. But if it does look a lot better and it's in a bit more of scale with the X-Wing, if the X-Wing that I have right now looks decent next to the TIE Fighter without looking too oversized, I will get the X-Wing. I won't get the X-Wing, but if it does look oversized, I definitely will get the X-Wing. And think about these sets. If, say, on first sale, there's like next year, or like at the end of next year, there's a sale, and the X-Wing is for like $35, and the TIE Fighter is like $25. Like, that's crazy deal. Like, that's wow. I would be all over those. I would get multiple of each if I saw a sale like that, which is honestly possible because they're, once again, each set is $40 cheaper than their predecessor, which was in 2019, or no, 2020. Sorry, those sets feel so long ago. Trust me, the early 2020 feels like an eternity ago. But regardless, this set looks pretty good. It includes a Luke and R2. I said Luke and R2 last time. I got confused. I don't know. We don't know which figures are going to be in the 4 plus set, but we do know that Luke and R2D2 are going to be in this one. So, not very interesting figures. Sorry, is away from the mic. But yeah, the next one's probably my favorite set out of all these just by looking at them. So I'm very excited to see go into this one. All right, so this is the Imperial Shuttle. Of course, this is the one that came out in like 2014, 2015, or whatever. But it still looks really good. It looks a lot like the one I just showed or am showing. But it looks a lot cheap. Though it just looks a little bit smaller, just not that much. And I believe it's either $70 or $80. Regardless, it's 20 and $30 cheaper than its predecessor, which was I believe $100 or 90 or 100. I believe it was 100 though. And what figure we don't know what the figures are in this set, but I would hope it would be an Endor Han, an Endor Leia, maybe Captain Rex, and now you're like Captain Rex, but it was the white bearded guy from Endor that is technically Captain Rex in canon, and maybe a Scout Trooper too. That's just kind of my thoughts, but and MNR said something about how the bottom of it, like there was like a box. There is a small box, but number one, part of the box, or at least most of the box, is very accurate. And then there's that white piece that sticks out underneath it. And I don't know if that's supposed to be some sort of landing gear or what that is supposed to be. But regardless, you could just easily take that off. Or unless it's like integrated into the build, it really does not look that bad. But I still really think this is probably the best set of the wave that we've seen so far. The Mandalorian set could be absolutely amazing. But for $80, $70 or $80, this looks absolutely incredible. It looks the middle fin looks exactly the same size, if not a little bit smaller than the old one. The side wings though, look a little bit shorter and a lot skinnier. They're like 2 plates maximum thick. So that's kind of disappointing, but I still think it looks a lot better. It's also a lot skinnier as a model in like the whole of the ship. So we'll see about that. And now out of all of these sets that have come out, I'm getting the Mandalorian set regardless, because it's just the Mandalorian. But I think I'm definitely day one. I'm definitely gonna try buying the Imperial Shuttle and the TIE Fighter. And I think those are probably the two best sets of the wave if you're really interested in it. Also, I really do like that Ghost Rider car that was for the Marvel wave. That looks absolutely incredible. It has Carnage, Spider-Man, and Ghost Rider. He also comes with his hot rod, and I believe it's the Robbie Reyes one as well. So those look so good. It's probably $20 to $30, but those three sets are definitely a day one purchase for me. And if also the Mandalorian set, and then whatever that Microfighter is, if it's something desirable that I would care about, if it would be desirable if it was like Clone Wars or the Mandalorian or some type of army builder. That's the only things I really care about anymore in the Lego Star Wars. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to make a Lego Among Us video tomorrow, or actually no, tomorrow I'll try to have the Lamborghini polybag set review. Thursday, I'll try to have that Lego Among Us diorama. Friday will be some sort of mock video. I'll figure something out. Saturday, I don't think I'm going to be home Saturday, Sunday. So I'll try to make a video for both of those days, if not only Saturday. And then Monday will be Minifig Monday, of course. So, yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.